gatherings will be taking place across the eclipse path on Monday, just as people have been doing for centuries. And although scientists can predict where and when these events occur, superstitions, folklore, myth, some of it rooted in ancient cultures and religions also surround these celestial events. So we are joined now by Jasper Waugh-Quasebarth. He is the director and archivist at the Center for Folklore Studies at The Ohio State University, as well as a visiting assistant professor in the comparative studies. Thank you so much for joining us. So I started to think about this when I heard about the New York prisoners who said on religious grounds they should be able to witness the eclipse. And I thought, are they ancient Mayans? But no, they're all different types of religions. So I want you to talk to me about some of the recurring themes when it comes to myths or superstitions or beliefs connected to eclipses.
Certainly. Good morning. I'm delighted to be here, if you'll pardon the occasional pun there. There's a lot of themes and motifs that come out of folklore practices throughout the world. The imagination, of course, is captured by the figure of some kind of monstrous body that goes across the sky and consumes the sun. There are many different iterations of that sort of motif that pops up in different kinds of folklore practices. I've personally been more interested in taking in this moment and finding the common humanity that happens in these kinds of folk tales as well. We have expressions from the northern Amazon, for instance, where people talk about the menstruation of the moon as being a cause of the eclipse. Another Andes, where we see that the sun is perhaps mourning its face or smearing its face in mourning, and perhaps that we need to sort of reintegrate the sun back into social life and cheer it up. And then a personal favorite that I think speaks more to our current anxieties from central India, where the sun and moon have been captured by a creditor and need to be freed by this creditor who's trying to reclaim their debts.
Creditor. Oh, yeah, we can all understand. I think it's tax season, isn't it? So we can all understand that. So another thing that came out of this prisoner sort of lawsuit, right, is that one of their attorneys wrote that all they want to do is participate in some of the two most human things: to gather and to celebrate. And when you look at the last time this happened in 2017, you see all these images of people gathering outside in parks and sort of the gasps of awe that you hear from them. What is it about these sort of incidents that makes us want to gather with other people?
Yeah, I'm so glad you brought that up, because it points to the fact that as folklorists, we study so much more than just narrative folklore. We're really interested in all these different kinds of practices and performances that go along with these sort of everyday expressive behaviors that people have. And eclipses are these moments that we refer to as sort of liminal moments. They're in between the sort of regular phases of everyday life, moments of the carnivalesque, in which everyday life is upset or inverted in different kinds of ways, and moments that people can sort of come together and find their common humanity through this sort of grand celestial event, a chance to re-enchant their world that they're in. And what could be bigger or more impressive than the moon going in front of the sun, and something that truly can unite people across all of these different positionalities and life experiences that we have.
Oh, Jasper, so well put. Really quickly, what are your plans for Monday? Are you going to be taking in the eclipse?
Like everyone, folklore is all around us, and even folklorists engage in folklore practices. So I will be eclipse chasing, which is probably the most famous folklore practice that we all do, along with fellow scientists and other folks. So I'll be driving just north of here, where we are in eclipse, in Columbus, into the path of full totality, and experiencing it with some of my friends who I also experienced the eclipse in 2017 with.
Oh, that's really good. I think there's a town where everyone's getting married. They're doing like a whole massive wedding ceremony at the time of the eclipse. So, maybe a time to find love. Jasper, thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Enjoy the eclipse.